Welcome to Standard Chartered India Money Insights, a podcast series that brings you topical insights and local perspectives on India's markets from the experts.
Hello everyone, welcome to the week that was, the weekly podcast that sums up market movement and events from the past week and its implications on asset markets. I'm Michelle Castellino, the host for this week's podcast. Last week, markets ended the week in red, with Nifty and Sensex both down nearly 2%. Losses were driven by continued geopolitical concerns, foreign investor selling, mixed third-quarter results, and caution ahead of the budget. Broader markets saw sharper declines, with Nifty mid-cap lower by just over 3% and the small-cap index down close to 5%. All sectors closed lower. Realty was the biggest drag, plunging almost 10%. Telecom fell nearly 4%. Energy slipped about 3%, and auto was down a little over 2%. Weak global cues and negative sentiment weighed across the board. Bond yields eased slightly, with a 10-year GSEC yield at 6.67% after a small dip as investors priced in RBI's continued liquidity support. On Friday, RBI announced a $23 billion injection into the banking system. Meanwhile, rupee hit a record low, closing the week at 91.6, pressured by foreign investor outflows and geopolitical uncertainties. Gold prices rallied sharply, up almost 7%, touching new highs amid heightened geopolitical risks, concerns over US Fed's independence, and a weaker US dollar. Coming to the December quarter earnings update so far, Nifty PAT growth is expected to improve sequentially, rising from around 6% in September quarter to about higher single digits of around 8% in December 2025. Reported earnings so far show mixed trends, with aggregate Nifty 50 earnings growth at roughly 4%, driven largely by consumer discretionary, financials, and IT sectors, though breadth remains muted. Mid-cap earnings are stronger, with growth of about 22%, led by industrials, energy, and materials. Importantly, breadth was healthy, with 21 out of 25 companies reporting positive earnings growth. Looking at surprises, Nifty 50 sales surprised positively at over 5%, but earnings lagged, pointing to margin pressures. Mid-caps delivered earnings surprises of about 5%, despite a sales miss of nearly 3%, underscoring stronger earnings delivery versus expectations. That's all for this week. Thank you for listening to our podcast. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe. Have a great week ahead.
Thank you for listening to Standard Chartered India Money Insights. Stay tuned for the latest updates and market trends by subscribing to our podcast. For more information, reach out to your Standard Chartered Relationship Manager or visit www.se.com/in.